In this video, we're going to go through a very practical example that highlights some of the things we've learned so far. So let's say you've just graduated and you're excited to buy your first new car, but you're trying to work out if you can afford the monthly payments. So what we're going to do is try to write an Excel spreadsheet to calculate what those monthly payments would be. So I've already started this spreadsheet and I'm going to walk us through how to do those calculations. So the price of the car is going to be, say, for example, $23,899. And what I probably want to do is formulate that as a dollar amount. So it's going to add the dollar sign and the commas so it looks a little pretty. Now the car company is telling me they can do an annual interest rate of 4.5%. Now we're not going to pay the loan annually. So this is a bit of a detail that I'm going to gloss over. But the simple fact of the matter is you pay your car payments monthly. So what I need to know is what's my monthly interest rate? Well, the way the banks do this is they just take your annual interest rate and divide it by 12. So how do I do that in this cell? So I'm going to take the contents of that cell and just divide it by 12. Okay, and now I'm going to formulate that as a percentage and make sure I can see all the decimal places. And there we go. We now see our monthly interest rate is 0.375. Now I want to finance the car and pay it off in 10 years. So I'm going to enter 10 years. But as I said, we need to know how many months that is because you're going to be making monthly payments. So again, I'm going to take the number of years and multiply that by 12. So I've entered all the data I need for this calculation. One little trick I'm going to do is simply format the cells differently where I actually entered the information. And so we're going to leave the calculated cells just white because we want to be able to distinguish cells we enter in and cells that are automatically calculated for us. Now, the power of Excel is there is a lot about built-in functions. And one of those functions is a function called payment, PMT, which actually, as it highlights right here, calculates the payment for a loan based on constant payments and constant interest rate. That's exactly the function we want. So I'm not sure how to use this function though. I open my bracket and it shows me, oh, what's my rate, what's the number of periods, and what's the principal value. Okay, there's some optional parameters I'm not going to worry about right now. Now, if you're confused about this, you can jump to help and learn about the function. And there's lots of different functions you can learn about in Excel and read up on them and read the instructions for how to use them. I'm just going to go ahead and use this one. My monthly interest rate is going to be here. The number of periods I have to pay it for is 120. And the amount I have to pay off is the price of the car, which is $23,899. I enter that all out. And it tells me that each month I'm going to have to be paying $247.69. And there we go. We now know what our monthly payments are going to be. Now, what if I wanted to see how much will my monthly payments be if I pay them over 15 years? Our monthly payments go down to $182. What if I want to pay it off in 3 years? Oh, $700 a month? I can't handle that. What about 5 years? $445 is a lot per month, but I think I can stretch it. Oh, another bank will give me a different interest rate. What if they'll give me a 3% interest rate? That sounds much better. Now my monthly payments go down to $429. Ooh, what if I get a more expensive car? No, I definitely can't afford that. What if I get a cheaper used car? Oh, that's much more reasonable. So now we can really see the power of Excel and why people use Excel. It gives us the ability to try different scenarios out and have calculations done, and all in a straightforward and simple way.